Hi there, this is John Barton from JB Cases. I'm going to give you another pool lesson here real quick. This is going to be a 15 ball lesson in how to get into the shot. I'm going to show you a few various ways to step into the shot and get set on the ball. The reason I'm doing this is because people talk a lot about aiming systems and how certain aiming systems are bad because they force you to move after you get on the shot, but that's not exactly true. An aiming system is only a way to align your body to the shot before you get down on the ball. Once you get down on the ball, you're in a set position. You don't move. If you feel like you're wrong, then you get back up and you realign yourself and then you get back down. But once you're down, you're down. You have to commit to the shot and take the shot. So I'm going to show you a few different ways to do that. We're going to do 15 balls and the lesson will be over. So real quick, just to remind you, we are JB Cases. This is my primary business. We make cue cases. This is a very quick example of something that we make. This is a butterfly case and it holds 4 butts and 8 shafts. The pockets are inside and that's what this case looks like on the inside here. As you can see, the pockets are on the inside on this one. It holds 4 butts and 8 shafts. So that's enough of the JB Case commercial. Just reminding you what we do. jbcases.com is our website if you want to order a case. Okay, let's get to the pool. So it's very wet in here. It's very hot. So you'll see I got a lot of powder on the table here, and I'm gonna try to keep my hands. Of course, I just got it all over the table. All right, so 15 balls. And let's show you how to get into the shot. Okay, now if you're a good player, this is going to be very basic for you, so you might not want to watch this. But you know, for most of the amateurs out there, most of the beginning players, you can get confused by some of the terms. So let's talk about this now. Basically, this is being set on the shot. Once you get down, nothing moves except your cue. So you come through the shot, and as you come through the ball, this is the only movement that you have right there. You shouldn't be dipping. You shouldn't be going to the side. You shouldn't be doing anything once you're down except stroking through the ball like this. Stroke through the ball. Okay, now there's a bunch of different strokes out there, okay? So that's, you know, there's a little punch stroke like this. You can punch it. Okay, you can follow through like this. Now this time I'm not going to make the ball. I'm just going to show you the follow through. So you can follow through. You can follow through on the draw shot. Same thing, follow through. You see it come back. Now, so this isn't all about learning all these different strokes. What this is about is getting down on the ball and on the shot. So, this is one they teach in books a lot, is line up your shot using, say, ghost ball or some other aiming method. Put your cue down, and basically what you're going to do is you're going to line up your back foot to the line that you choose, and you're just going to step into the table and lay your cue right down on the line. So you see where I'm at? I've just laid my cue right down on the line and you shoot the shot. Okay, so again, line up the cue, get your back foot underneath the cue, step into the shot like this, okay, step in and grab the cue and just lay down right on that line that you've chosen. Once you're down, you just stay down. Okay, the next method that you can use is you stand up back here and you look at your line, look at the line you want, and again, you don't lay your cue down on the table, you just step in and come right down on the ball like that, and that's your shot. Okay, so both of those are stepping to the shot and stepping into the shot. Now, another way to do that is the same thing. get your shot, get your line, bring your cue in from the side, and pull back. Okay, you see what I'm doing here? I'm bringing my cue in from the side, and I'm pulling back till I settle on that line. Okay, so one more time. You get your line set, step in, bring your cue over, and pull back until your bridge hand settles down. Now you're on the line. And again, nothing moves. You shoot the shot. Okay, so that's another way of getting into the shot. So most people, what they do is they step to the table as they're going down. As they're going down, they step in. Okay, so hardly anybody goes like this and steps to the table first and then bends down. Nobody does that. All right, now here is the center to edge method of getting into the shot. The way that I use it. I look at the center to the edge, I step in, and I bring my cue down here and I pivot as I'm coming in and settle down, and I'm right on the shot line. Okay, so now you'll notice, here's the steps. I'm going to put this ball, I'm going to make it a real simple shot just so I can show you the cue motion. Okay? Center to the edge is what I look at. Okay, I look at that. I get my body set in position. As I'm standing up, I step in with my cue pointing to the edge of the ball, and I bring it back as I swivel a little tiny bit, coming in. Put my bridge hand down, and I'm right there. Now, at this point, nothing moves. So this is the part where I have a contention. People say online, and they've said on my videos as a comment, they say things like, oh, we don't like center to edge because you have to move your aiming line, your aim, after you're down on the ball. That is absolutely not true. Okay? All your aiming is done while you're standing up. While I'm standing up back here, all my aiming is done. So let's take this shot, for example, which is a very simple shot, and look at it, no cue. If I stand here, center to center, I cannot make this ball. If I stand here, center to edge, on the other edge, I cannot get down and make this ball. There's no way. The only way for me to make this ball is to stand here, center to edge, get on that in that orientation, and from there, step into the shot and acquire the line. That's the only way. Now, if we use ghost ball, for example, as a method, I use that to acquire my position. It's the same thing. I'm looking directly at the ghost ball. The center line comes right through my back foot back here, and I'm going to step in, lay my cue down, and be right on that position. Now, if I imagine that ghost ball to be here, for example, there is no way that I can make the shot standing in that position, and I can see that easily at this point. There's no way. So the only way to get there is to orient your body to approximately the right line. Once you have that, you get down in the shot, nothing moves. There is no movement, there is no extra aiming or anything after you get down on the ball. Okay, so let's shoot a few shots this way. So, this is using center to edge. Get down. You'll notice here I am. I'm in my set position. Nothing moves. I can use any English I want. Make the cue ball go anywhere I want from that position. Nothing moves. We'll shoot the same shot again. This time I'll use inside English. Okay, so I acquire my body orientation using center to edge. Step in, settle into the shot. Now nothing moves. And you'll see that I can do anything I want with the cue ball at that point. So that's the whole thing with center to edge aiming. It doesn't really matter what type of aiming you use. Whatever type of aiming you use, it's all done up here, standing up, looking at the ball. That's all done up there. You know, even if you use, say, a ferrule method, where you use, say, the inside of your ferrule or something like that, like here, I might use the left side of my ferrule, you know, going towards the edge of the ball or something like that. I'm still going to lay down and right there, bam, I'm there and nothing moves. So once you're down, you're down. There is no extra aiming. There's no extra moving. There's no extra lines. All the talk about pivoting, I'm going to set up a straight-in shot for you right here. And I'm going to show you what the pivot is. See if you can see the pivot. Okay, so I acquire my visual. Step in. Did you see the pivot? I don't think you did. Let's try that again slower. Okay, here comes the pivot. Bam, right there. Dead in line. Did you notice that? You see how quick that is? Even in slow motion. Even if I go very slowly, okay, I'm going to go very, very slowly and I'm going to do what's called a hard pivot. Step in. Now, you'll see where my cue is, pointing. If I do a hard pivot here, pivot to center ball, now, before I hit the cue ball, nothing moves at all. This is my shot line. Okay? This is the shot line. This is the line that you're going to use to take the shot. Okay? That's the line you use to take the shot. That's called the shot line. Some people call that the aiming line. You can call it the aiming line if you want. I call it the shot line. It's the line you choose when you lay down on the ball. A lot of people like to do this. They like to get behind the cue, look at it that way, step in, and pretty much put their hand underneath the cue and settle down right at that point. They're still on the shot line. Nothing moves. So there's no extra aiming. Now you will see people do this. Okay, there's a few people, even on the AZ forums, there's a few people that do this. They get down like this and then they're fidgeting. Like this. They're fidgeting. They're moving their bridge, kind of moving around a little bit. Now that, I don't recommend that at all. But it works for them. Okay, I got a video of a guy from Chicago. He's a big anti-aiming system guy. He's not an anti-aiming system guy. He just has a lot of problems with some of the claims. But the thing is that when he shoots like this. He gets down and he fidgets around, he's moving his feet, he's moving everything down here a little bit until he settles down and he's got his shot line, then he shoots. Okay, now that works for him. He didn't even realize he was doing that until I pointed it out to him. But most people, this is our last ball, most people, especially better players, decent players, most decent players, they will get down on the ball, and once they're down, they're down. The only thing that moves at this point is the cue and the arm back here. Bam, right through the ball. Bam, right through the ball. That's it. Bam, right through the ball. You look at the pros on YouTube, that's what they do. Now, let's talk about the pros real quick. A lot of times you'll see the pros, they usually come in like this from the side and settle in. They do this constantly. They come in from the side and settle down right there. They come in this way, settle down. Bam, that's where they're at. Now, you'll notice that CTE, whenever I do it with CTE, I'm always coming in from the side, swinging in this way or swinging in this way to get the shot, acquire the shot or acquire the shot line. If I'm cutting the ball to the left, I'm going to swing in from the left. So I come in from the left, settle down, there's my shot line. If I'm cutting the ball to the right, I'm going to swing in from the right. And that's the version of CTE that I use. Now, if you use something like ProOne or something like that, you can come in from the same side all the time, because with something like ProOne, you're not just using the center to edge line, you're also using a secondary line here to orient your body. So for example, you will know on a shot like this that you have to use the center to edge line plus another aim point on the ball, dividing the ball into a portion where you can orient your body to the shot. So you know if it's fuller, you're going to use that aim point. If it's thinner, you're going to use that one. But they all are consistent. So with each group of shots. So that way, if you're a ProOne user and you know, for example, I'm going to use the center to edge here, and I'm going to use this A point right here. If I'm a center to edge user and I see that, then I'm going to orient my body pretty much right in between those lines and swing in, and I'm right there. Okay, so, and that's not exactly how ProOne works. I was just making a point. So the point of it is that no matter what aiming system you use, when you get down on the ball, you're down. You're committed to the shot line. You take that shot. You're not moving. You're not fidgeting. You're not changing your aim. You're right there. So that's all I wanted to say for this video. Thanks a lot for watching. Remember, this is John Barton, JB Cases. Hope you play better pool, and we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.